Edpuzzle is a website that will allow you to create your own interactive videos. So right now we're at edpuzzle.com, and let's go ahead and sign up if you do not have an account already. So we're going to edpuzzle.com, top right is sign up. Click I'm a teacher, and you have various ways to sign in. Right now we're at Microsoft District, so you can sign in using Microsoft and just use your EPISD credentials. I'm going to go ahead and log in since I already have an account. I'm going to click I'm a teacher, and since I already have that account from years ago, I click login with Edpuzzle. But go ahead and use your Microsoft account. Once you log in, this is the home page for Edpuzzle. All of these videos that you see on your home page are educator made, just like you and I. They found videos, they've put their own little twist on them, added their own questions and whatnot to these particular videos. What we're going to do first is kind of talk about the setup of this home page and just the website in general. Later on in the video we'll talk about how to actually make a video interactive using the different features within. But right now this home page, like I said, has videos created by educators like you and I. Along the left side, you'll see where it says Edpuzzle Originals. These are videos that have been made by the company itself. So these are Edpuzzle made videos. And these are just mostly small videos. As you can tell, these are just the topics that they use. Then the My Content, which that's what we're going to talk about later on. And then My Network. These are all the different campuses within EPISD. So depending on what campus you are, you can click on them and you can find everybody's Edpuzzles from that particular campus. Then you'll have the My Classes, which you'll be talking about in later videos of how to assign this within Schoology. So I'm going to go back to the home page, so I can go back and hit Edpuzzle. And we're going to talk about these particular buttons along the top. So in this particular community, which is the educator made, you can go ahead and filter out. So we can base it on subjects. So I'm going to go ahead and say art, and then I just click save. Then I can pick a grade level, and let's say we're going to do second grade, and you can filter it down as much as you need to. So now these are your particular videos that they have found. So just kind of FYI, so you can tell that you have the time frame, but some of the videos you'll notice have little teardrops and a number next to them. That's how many questions on our notes that the educators have put within the particular videos they have chosen. Now some of them won't have any questions at all, as you can tell. They've just used the videos just to show in their classroom. So it's totally up to you how to do that. Next thing we're going to talk about is the YouTube aspect. So I can go ahead and click on YouTube, and these are YouTube videos that you can use. They're just straight from them, and you can go ahead and actually find a video that you're currently using in YouTube and actually drop it into Edpuzzle and then add your questions or whatnot and make these more creative for you. The way you do that is here at the top, this is where you would paste that YouTube URL. Once you paste that in here, it'll search for it and then it'll provide it right here, and then you can add in your questions or whatever you'd like, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later. Now these are the last things we're going to talk about, and then we'll go into how to add all the different features. These are all the different companies that have partnered with Edpuzzle. Khan Academy, which everyone's familiar with these type of videos, and these are just plain Khan Academy videos. There are no questions added, they're just blank. Then you have National Geographic, which are great short little topic videos. These are great educational videos, no questions added, but they're fun little videos, very well done. TED Talks, there again, everybody knows TED Talks. These are just different particular speakers on different topics. So these are not questions, they're just to listen. They're short, they're very informational, so if you'd like to use those. Then Veritasium, these are science related, very short, as you can tell. Fun to have in there as little short clips. Numberphile, these are science and math, which use real world situations to talk and tie in educational concepts. These are really well done. I really like these. And last but not least is Crash Course. Crash Course are animated based educational videos. There's no questions, but these are great to show to different ages of students, because it's not just little kid animations. These are actually very informative that help teach a particular topic. So a lot of social studies and science are in these particular Crash Course videos, so these are excellent to use as well. And now we'll talk about all the features within Edpuzzle so you can make your own interactive videos. So now let's go ahead and select a video. So I went ahead and I'm on the community. I went ahead and searched for just a previous video I've kind of worked on, and so I just typed in the search engine Esther. So this is the video that we're going to choose. I'm going to go ahead and select, once you've actually watched the video, to make sure that it's what you want, because that's actually the most important part. You can go ahead and you can just select on the box here, and you'll come up with 3 choices: edit, copy, and unselect. So we're going to go ahead and select copy. What that does is that puts it into my content, which is over here on the left side. So now that it's in your content, this is where you can go ahead and edit. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go ahead and select my content. So now here it is. So now I can go ahead and start editing it as I need to. So I can select my box one more time, and then here at the bottom is where you'll see edit. So once I click edit, so now it opens up in its editing bar. So along the side here, you're going to notice you have all the questions that were previously added. You can scroll through and see what kind of choices they are and just what the question is necessarily. You can click on them. So I'm going to go ahead and choose one and click on it. So I'm going to click on it. Now it pops open. So it goes straight to the part of the video, as you can tell here, and the question along with the correct answer pops up. So how do I edit this particular question? Maybe it is not worded correctly, or maybe I want to add different answer choices. All we have to do is go down here to this little pencil, and we can go ahead and click on it, and this is how you're going to edit. So maybe I want to add a different choice. I can put it right here. Or maybe I just want to get rid of one, which I can hit the little X. So I can also, once I'm finished, just click save. I can also delete a question that I don't like. So let's say I just don't want this question at all. I can just come down here and just hit the trash can.
So in a key statement, Mordecai, he's confident that even if
Okay, so I went ahead and just stopped it, because once you delete it or make any kind of change like that, it'll automatically just continue working on the video part. So the video will start playing. So you can just go ahead and pause that aspect. So that's how you can edit. You can just choose the video you want, then just select it and choose edit. Go through the different question types along the left side here. Click on them. It'll pop open, and now you can either edit or you can delete. So this is how you can make someone else's a little more your own. You can put your own stamp on it by putting other questions in or anything of that nature. So now let's say I want to go ahead and add my own questions to a video. So how do I add my own questions? Well, the first thing is, just along the top here are 3 choices that Edpuzzle gives us. We can cut it, which means we can edit the video. We can take some video out from the beginning, some video out from the end, but we can also take pieces of the video out in the middle. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So that's another editing technique as well. So that's what I want to do, is cut this video. Okay, I can also do a voiceover, so I'm going to click on voiceover. So voiceover allows you to use your voice and just speak over. So that's another editing technique. Currently, we're just working on this particular question. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about questions as editing. So I'm going to go ahead, and this is this particular question. And the question types are, you can make a true false, you can do a multiple choice, and you can do a short answer. You can also put voice comments in there as well, or text comments. So when the video gets to that place, a text or audio comment will pop open, and the kids can click on it and do what it needs to do here. So let's go through here and let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and click continue.
the main characters in this story are 2 Jews,
Okay, so they're talking about a nice video here, biblical characters. So I'm going to go ahead and push play, and I'm going to get past. Since we're in editing mode, we can actually just grab the playhead, and if we already know the time frame we want the question to be in, I can just grab the playhead and just drag it to where I want. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in this particular space right here, and I'm going to pause it. Push play.
request is, according to Persian law,
right there. So now, once you get to a space in a video that you want to add your own question, this is where you can go ahead and just click questions, and here are those choices. Multiple choice, which you can also make true, false. You're open-ended, and here is your text or audio note you can leave. So I'm going to go ahead and choose multiple choice question. And then from here, I can just go ahead and type in the question. I can have my true, false if I just want to do true, false, or I can come down here and add more answer choices to make it multiple choice. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a multiple choice, and I'm just going to do a generic question. What is my name? What is my first name? And then I'm just going to go down here and put some choices. Bob, Maria, John, and so now the last thing I have to do is make sure that I select the correct answer, and that's going to be this green check mark. You can have multiple correct answers as well, so if you're looking for a question that follows that aspect, you're more than welcome. But I'm just going to go ahead and have one correct answer. Once you are finished, you can just scroll down to the bottom and click Save. Once you click Save, now your question will appear as this little teardrop or pin, and then the question pops open. So if you need to edit it right here on the spot, you can do just that by hitting this pencil. If you don't like the question after you're all said and done with it, you're more than welcome just to hit the trash can, and it will go ahead and delete the question, and you can start all over again. So it's totally up to you if that's what you want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and click continue.
An act worthy
I'm going
of
to pause
death.
the video, and just to go back, I'm going to do voiceover, just to let you know. So voiceover just means exactly that. You can record your voice instead of the speaker's voice to make it your own. So maybe you want to speak in Spanish, something of that nature. A lot of teachers do that for a dual language type thing. You can do that. Just a little FYI, a lot of the YouTube videos are not allowing voiceovers. People are now using YouTube as a way to make money and things of that nature. So they have a copyright to it, so you can't take someone else's voice out of it and then put yours in and then try to use it as your own work. So just kind of FYI, a lot of those YouTube videos you're not going to be able to do a voiceover, so it's going to be what you see is what you get aspect. And then the cut feature, so I'm going to just talk about cut. So like I said, you can grab here in the front and you can cut the front if you want to cut some off. So maybe you have an advertisement or somebody speaking about something that has nothing to do with, is not relevant to the subject matter at the front, or maybe that's what's happening at the back. At the end, you have maybe some guy just talking and talking and talking and talking. You can just grab it from the back as well and just drag your play. So you can always do the front and the back. The other thing you can do here is here this button says add cut. So that's what we want to do, is we want to add a cut, which means I can pick somewhere else here in the middle. So I'm going to grab my playhead, I'm going to just drag it here in the middle, in this space here, and now I can go ahead and click add cut. What that did is now it split it into two pieces. Here's one section, here's a second section. Now I can just grab the handles and get rid of a middle section of this particular video. So I can get rid of pieces that I don't like. So I can drag it in the front, I can drag it in the back, I can just drag my play hair somewhere in the middle, and then I can click add cut, and now it'll start cutting. And then all I have to do is grab the two bars and just drag to the place I need. So this section here will now no longer be there. And you can always undo your cuts. They have a nice undo button, or just reset from the beginning. So it's totally up to you what you would like to do. So once you have your video cut, you have a voiceover if it's something you so choose, and you add the questions you want. Now remember, you can do this from an already made video, or you can upload your own video and then put your questions, comments from scratch. So just kind of FYI. So the last thing, once you're done cutting, doing a voiceover, and adding all your questions, you just come over here to finish. Now that you've decided where to put your question in your video, we're going to go talk about the different question types or items you can add into your video. So the first one is a multiple choice. So just remember, multiple choice is also where you can do true false. You can have two answer choices, one true, one false, and you can have your text. But don't forget, you can also add images here. You can also add images as answer choices, so not just necessarily text. So I'm going to go ahead, and instead of doing multiple choice, I'm going to go back, and now I'm going to show you open-ended. And just like it says, you're going to have to go back and grade, but you can go ahead and put your text, you can put your image or both. And then the third one is your note. So right here, just hit your little microphone, and then you just go ahead and record. On the student side, they'll have a little button, triangle looking area to go ahead and click, and then it will play whatever you say. Hello, my name is John Roach, and I'm doing an Edpuzzle video for educators. Then click stop, then hit save. That's all there is to the audio note. You can also put it in text version, anything like that. You can edit it, you can delete it, that's totally up to you. You can also add another question down here as well, or another note, so that's totally up to you what you would like to do. Now once you're finished, this is your finished product. You can go through, and this along the right here, these are all the different questions along the time frame. You can also come down here, so we're not going to assign it, we're going to use Schoology, and that's in a later video that is in this particular session. But if you need to go back and edit it in any way, you can go ahead and edit. So you can also change. So this is a public, meaning if people search Edpuzzle, they will be able to find this, but you can also just click it and click private where nobody can search for it. So just kind of FYI, this is a nice little thing if you want to keep things just to yourself, or maybe just share with a certain person or two. So just kind of FYI. So that's how you edit and or add your own questions, comments, and cutting certain parts of the video out. So hopefully this will help you in your Edpuzzle adventures. Thank you.